side, right? Yeah, because they saw scratch marks on it. Yeah, the barn looks like it hasn't been used in a few months. There's no animals in there. The thatch is starting to kind of cave in.
I look at the barn and see how it looks comparatively to what I remember.
It looks the same as last night.
Pretty sure I have.
I'm pretty much just abandoned.
Call everybody around.
Okay, everybody gets around the front of the house.
Okay. Is there any like rope or extra equipment that I can use to basically make slings or to basically like wrap the rifles around me so I don't have to use an arm to carry them?
How does everybody's injuries doing today?
I would want everybody's got the same injuries. They're starting to heal. To make an effective sling, you're probably going to need some kind of a skill roll under, I would say, mechanical repair or something like that.
Okay, I'm decent at mechanics.
What I'm saying is this is almost impossible for you to do very well with the equipment that you got here. You could use some of the silk or something like that. But you have the parachute. You could use the silk or the rope. But this is like, it would take you probably an hour to put together a sling that is actually going to be serviceable and manageable for any kind of period of time. You know what I'm saying?
I at least take that parachute apart and give some parachute.
You could, but what I'm saying is it's going to take a long time for him to rig a way to carry the shit comfortably.
Right. I salvaged probably 30 feet of paracord.
Yeah.
A good sized piece of silk.
You could do that, yeah. But like I said, making a sling like that is going to take you a while. I don't know if you guys want to hang around the farm that long or no.
I'm gonna rally everybody around and say.
Which after you do it, then he comes back and goes, "Come on, guys, come on."
I go to everybody and say, the pilot, Lieutenant LeBlanc is to...
Okay.
Right?
You guys get
together.
There's nothing in the barn, by the way, that would aid you with that. But you guys get to the front of the house.
So I get to the front and say, well, we're gonna assume since the old lady left that she's with the Japs. So we can't stay here.
Okay.
We should
head to that doctor.
I don't know though. I'm not so sure about heading to that doctor because I believe she's a simple. She's with the Japs, so but she might be leading us to a trap.
But he's still got a concussion in a bag.
Yes, we're not going to the Japs to treat his concussion.
But
where's the nearest Chinese military?
Yeah. How deep are we in the? I don't.
You don't have any maps of China. Okay. You're not sure. You need to get Chinese help to get out of here.
Is there any signs that the road's been used recently?
No.
I say we head towards this town, but following.
We're not going to that town. Okay, say we go to that town. I think that's hilarious.
Towards the town, but stay off parallel to the road.
Yeah, you don't have to take the road.
We go in the direction of the town,
you can do that.
and we continue going that
Are you questioning my leadership
until we get to the town.
You can.
But we're not going to that town.
Are you questioning my leadership? Don't you dare question my leadership.
So that was out of here.
That's not funny to me, guys.
Okay.
Non-verbal.
It's about a mile. It takes you guys probably 20-30 minutes to get there, especially with him having to basically lean on somebody, the whole way.
Hey Danny, you mind helping this man right here?
You spot what appears to be the Thatcher wood houses are arranged in an orderly way, though they are very primitive. Here is the village. You guys are coming from this way. Up is north.
Did any flags flying that I see?
You do not see flags flying.
Is there any particularly creepy looking buildings?
They all.
Okay.
Now, the Thatcher wood houses are arranged in an orderly way, though they're very primitive. There's no electric lines or any other real signs of technology. The place has a scattering of small gardens and rice paddies visible south of the town. There's people out there working in them. They have little rice or little straw hats and all that kind of stuff going. There's a smell, which you see a large building on the edge of town, and it smells like chemicals. You're guessing there might be a tannery or something in this town from the stink. There's also children are tending to livestock in various fields on the north side. So there's livestock up here. This looks like some kind of a livestock enclosure.
So I'll be in there soon, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So
Very soon, actually. The shade of small trees, some of them already starting to flower with yellow-green flowers, gives the place a quaint atmosphere. You can even hear the banging of metal upon metal coming from up ahead. So there's probably a blacksmith. A creek runs through the village on the east side, crossed by a sturdy-looking bridge without railing or wall. Everything seems very peaceful. And as you guys are kind of like creeping up on the town in the woods, you see a young man he's got a fishing pole, and he's kind of heading out your side of town along the road.
Should I sneak on him?
Not yet. Well, let's follow. I motioned to follow him out of town a little bit so we can get away a little bit.
Okay.
And then
He only walks a couple hundred yards. There's like a small, good-sized pond.
Is he alone?
Yeah, he's alone and he's out of sight from the village.
I motioned for the group to approach from two different sides and
Coming up kind of behind him. Okay, yeah. You guys can all make sneak checks if you want to sneak up on this guy.
I want to sneak up on this guy.
I'm gonna sneak up on this guy.
Where are you going?
I'm not gonna sneak up on this guy.
Crunch, 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 crunch.
Well, I'm actually probably.
I actually rolled a 99 on that.
99. Okay. He's making so much fucking noise. It's amazing that.
I rush up then. If I hear him making noise,
He's like, okay. He starts to sneak. It's like
crunch,
snap.
crunch, crunch. Then
Walks right through a
rush.
bunch of leaves.
Drops his bundle of rifles.
He makes a ton of noise. You rolled a 99. You made a ton of noise. Collin, did you make it?
Apparently he's wearing.
Okay, and then you run up, Alex. You run up.
As soon as I hear noise being made,
He turns as you're running up to him, and he looks.
English, boy?
He looks very surprised, and then he's like. He starts speaking in Chinese at you, but you hear the word Americans, and he smiles really big.
I motion for him to come back with I stop aggression after I see that he's happy. And
Yeah,
I motion with him to come back because I don't speak Chinese. I'm like,
Okay, so
hey,
he's motioning you, Mike.
All right. So what
Make
do
a check. Make me a Chinese check.
Oh yay!
Yay!
5.
You made it? Okay.
Wow.
Oh, Americans, you're Americans. You're here to save us from the Japanese, the filthy Japanese. That kind of thing is what he's saying. He seems glad he seems amazingly happy to talk.
what is he saying?
He says that he recognizes we're Americans. And
Oh, really?
Come see Dr. Wu. Come see Dr. Wu. Come on.
He's motioning us to come see Dr. Wu.
Ask if there's
He
any,
pointed to the bandage on
if
your
there's
face.
any soldiers or Japanese.
I asked him if there's any
Okay.
Japanese.
With that 05, we're going to give you can have a little conversation with him. And oh, no, Japanese have not been here in years.
Says they haven't been here in years.
What?
He seems to believe we're here to liberate.
All 5 of you. 2 of you is well, 3 is all he can see.
I would say
We need to see this done.
we need to go to the
Yeah, okay.
Alright, so we follow him.
Okay. He makes small talk with you. You've been hiding in the woods all night? It's dangerous in the woods.
Yeah, we
That kind
hit the old cabin with an old lady.
of- Oh, lady.
Yes, out by the old rice paddy. How far was it?
Yeah, that direction.
About a mile.
About a mile that direction.
On Lee.
Mrs. Han,
Yes, that was there.
he drops his fishing pole and he turns and just runs away. He runs back to the village like, and he just is like, oh.
I would-
His
I would
hands
try
are in
to
the air
run him
like
down.
this. He's just like
I would have tried to
terrified.
run him down.
Okay. Make a con times 5. If you can make that, then you can keep up with him and you can grab him. You don't have to like knock him down, but you can just grab him.
Wait,
not
what's,
make it?
what do I? How
What's
do
your
I?
constitution? Up at the top.
18?
Times 5 is 90. Did you roll less than 90?
No, I rated 86.
Yeah, you made it.
Okay.
You grab him and you stop him and he's all like jibber jabbering in Chinese. You have no idea what he's talking about.
I'm like,
He's just like,
I'm like slowly catching up.
what would it be to calm
He just
somebody down in
left
a
you.
different language?
give me a dex
Was he
times 5.
hobbling? He wasn't gonna make it.
He was, yeah, but he's using you for support, dude. And then you ran away.
Oh.
I have a 67 and 14 dex.
14 dex is 70%. You made it. You don't fall over when he just like takes off. You're like, oh, come on. You could grab him. He's there with you too.
What I hear him say?
Make me another Chinese. He's talking really fast, and it's just like,
Well, this one's got double zeros on it.
what's the other one have on it? Okay. He apparently,
I can't understand.
Mrs. Han is his mom, and he doesn't like men around her or something. Is what you think you're
Yeah,
getting?
I relate.
He thinks he's got to. Maybe he's going to get a preacher to marry you guys to her. It's
I've got
confusing.
Can I somehow use psychology to try to like calm him without words? Like just like
half? You're from a different culture and you're not using any language. So if you can make a psychology check at half,
So
you could
basically,
calm him
you're
down.
going, shh.
Yeah,
Yeah.
basically.
That'd be negatory. I'm like, "Ah!"
No, it currently
It just doesn't work. He's trying to get away
It's
from
like a
you.
way
He
to make
seems
the
terrified of you
people
guys at this point.
I'm like, ask him where he's trying to run to. Like, why is he trying to leave us?
Can I use a listen to see if I can at least get the words that he's saying and repeat the words slower to him?
No, that's
That's an interesting
there's
idea.
yeah, but it wouldn't work.
So
Sushi. Jabba. Nah, yeah,
I
that's all I
attempt to
got.
cope at all?
Again, it's going to be a half psychology check.
Yes.
Wow. Why did I do that? Did I talk to the rocks a lot?
So
No, that's because you deal with you're an officer. You had to learn to deal with men, so
fair.
that's
Yeah.
that's why they get some psychology.
Nope.
Okay. This guy's just
Start
terrified.
screaming at him.
Something that was said has just scared him very
Let's
bad.
let him go. We're not gonna get anything out of it.
We need to figure out where this doctor is apparently.
Did he at least indicate like where?
He was walking you guys back, heading back towards town.
Let's just ask somebody else.
Well, the best we can do, I guess, is assume this
Let him go, sir. Let him go.
He just wants to get away from you guys.
I
Okay,
let loose.
he runs back to town. Hands above his head, just obvious, just panicking. Think of the comic relief in a Chinese movie, and that's this guy. He's gone. He runs away.
The best way to do this is walk straight into town as a group. And somebody who speaks English is going to come up to us, or we're going to have somebody who
Okay.
comes up to us.
Or
that's
they're at
speaking
least gonna like shuffle us towards
Okay,
the doctor.
so you guys walk into town. You pass what is obviously a tannery from the smell. You cross the creek. Some Chinese people notice you. They're coming over. They're like, you're catching words American. Eventually, something woo.
We remember saying Dr. Wu.
Yeah, and then so they're kind of trying to get you over, and they take you over to this house here, which is actually the nicest house that you see in town. It's actually built of wood. The floor is up off the ground. It's got a wood roof and everything. There's some Chinese characters written above the door, which you can do in Chinese if you want to try to read them.
Two?
Some people have run ahead.
What is it,
And-
Chinese characters?
Say what?
Is that Chinese characters? You got a two?
I got a 2.
You got two? Yeah, it says clinic over over like the door on the side of the building. And a man comes out. He's an older man. He's probably in his upper 30s. He's got a mustache. He is a fairly good-looking
Excuse me, sir, I
guy.
must ask you a question.
I must ask you.
He comes out and he says, "Where's that other guy that wanted to play in the game? I guess he's not here. So I'm gonna run this guy until this dude shows up." He says, "Oh, you are Americans. Dr. Wu Yong," and he bows to you. Are you injured?
Speaks English.
Yes, he speaks English. Very well, actually, as well as Mrs. Han, at least. He seems very surprised to see you.
I mentioned that. Oh, it's the second person we've met that speaks English.
Who else have you met?
Mrs. Han.
On the
Mrs. Han. You must be mistaken. Mrs. Han died in December. No, she hung herself in her cabin. There was not even a suicide note. It was very strange.
what month is it?
What?
What time of the year is it? Like what month?
This is April. So 4 months ago.
So
Yes,
it's
you
the
must
same,
have been
so it's the-
mistaken.
So it's the same month that we
There's no other-
left
there's
to
no
bomb
other
the.
Han?
Yes, it's April 18th, April 19th.
So there's no other.
No, there were no other Hans. She was her husband was a stonemason, and he died about 5 years ago. But she stayed on at her farm. He points down the way you guys came. She stayed on a farm about a mile out of town.
But that's where we came from, and we
Well,
stayed.
I have a head.
You must be mistaken. You've obviously been in terrible injuries. Come inside. Come. I'll try to help you. He speaks Chinese to the people, and they're all like nodding. A lot of them are still smiling, and there's some
None of them heard me mention or something.
American. They don't know what you said about her, so they're confused in that respect. There you are.
There he is.
You've just met these guys.
Ni hao.
Dr. Wu.
What's up?
That's
Where's Alex now?
Right here.
So Dr. Wu, we're playing Dr. Wu Yong. Dr. Wu, who has lived in this village for 10 years, since 1932 or so. Information on the back. You have to figure out how to give this information to the rest of the group at some point. You run a small clinic. You also have that's connected to your tiny little house. It was made for you a few years ago by the villagers. You also see to the people in the surrounding area. So there you go. He's a good-looking man, upper 30s, single. He's married to his work. You notice that when he takes you inside to his little clinic, a lot of the technology is very backwards, very 20, 30 years out of date. There are candles in here, lanterns and that kind of thing. You do have electricity in your house that you use in the clinic in emergencies. You have a generator out back. And you also have some extra tins of gasoline to run it. You are in the middle of nowhere in the Japanese-held province of China.
What year is this?
1942.
We have a bunch of Americans.
What year was it when we left?
Yes.
In Japanese up there.
1942, yes.
Go save.
Yeah, it was April 18th.
I'm very confused.
Today's the 19th, technically. It's the day after the bombing of Tokyo.
I
It's
asked-
American soldiers, yay! Maybe they're here to liberate you.
I asked Mr. Wu, or Dr. Wu, if there's anything like to worry about in the woods, because at least our it seems like there was something that Mrs. Han was very scared of outside. So is there anything in the woods that we need to know about, or?
There has been some happenings recently in the woods. They are attacking villages. It could be anything really. I'm not sure what it is.
Happenings?
There have been killings. Many of the villages have been.
Ask him what day she
What day did you hang? Did Miss Han hang herself?
There's Mrs. Han right there.
She hung her house in December.
Mid-December, we'll say.
Then who did we?
Not December 7th.
December
no.
7th. Another connection there.
No.
Maybe she had something.
Yeah, they just found out Mrs. Han's been dead since December. 5 years ago, he died, yes.
Which must have been somebody impersonating.
Also, Mr. Han, you can, Mr. Wu, you can send a...
Mr. Han?
Plot twist!
You can get the headman of the village to probably send a boy out to try to find the Chinese army, because they're going to want to get them hooked up with the Chinese army ASAP.
Okay.
Because the Chinese army can help you guys get home.
Alright, so yeah.
Yes,
I guess I'm gonna-
Especially broken leg boy here, just about. So
Broken leg, CT.
messed up. He's got a messed up metatarsus. Wait, meniscus. He ain't gonna be doing no walking.
He's got a messed up
Skull
meniscus.
fracture.
If I have a clinic,
Shoulder
can I actually
injury.
try to fix them up?
Sprained
They
arm.
have actually done all the healing they can
they
do.
do?
So
Okay.
you can actually change their bandages and wounds.
I got a sprained left
wounds.
arm.
Yeah, he's got a sprained left arm. You probably could put that in a sling,
Okay.
so it's not just all flopping around.
Alright,
You
cool.
can actually push beyond that. Is
Huh?
like she would have medicine, wouldn't it? Is medicine not like a level beyond first aid?
No, it's an either or thing.
Okay.
And medicine is actually better against much worse injuries.
Okay.
So,
That's like
right now, every wound got worse on and was successfully healed at least a little bit. They've done as much as they can do.
Okay.
So they're all going to still remain injured, but not as bad as they were. So yeah, you've got 5 Americans crammed into your tiny clinic. You can change dressings,
definitely need
give them some antiseptic stuff and that kind of stuff just to make sure it doesn't get infected. And other than that,
So do I know who like all like what? So I know he's got a neck injury. Like I can see cuts?
shoulder injury, neck injury, head injury, and meniscus. His arm has been sprained very badly.
Anyone that's got torn like skin.
Put it in the box? Okay,
Anyone
so
that's gotten cut.
everybody's getting tidied up by Dr. Wood.
I'm going to use do some mechanical repair to see if I can use maybe part of the parachute to make carrying
Okay, yeah,
our,
you can do that now. You
to
got some
carrying
time.
our luggage a little
Okay.
bit easier, and I failed that.
Okay. You rig up something that you think will work and it doesn't. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I've done it so many times in real life. It's just like, oh, this will be easy. And then it's like, this sucks my ass.
I see him doing it. Can I help him out?
Yeah, you can help them if you want. Here, wait, try cinching it this way.
I'm probably gonna do what you said and
Nope.
Okay.
Trying to get the.
It's just not.
I made it worse.
It's not gonna. No, it's just not gonna.
No, it's
I
not
really
even-
need, yeah, but I really need to get them out of my shop and like into the hands of Chinese army. So I am going to like let them stay here for a second.
Okay.
And then I'll come back and treat them.
Somebody up to carry the stuff.
So we're going to head out, everyone. Make sure you're being very quiet in case someone goes by. Don't answer this. I will go send someone to help.
I got a 5 for mechanical repair for the sling thing or whatever.
Okay, you're working on it too. Okay.
So yeah,
This is how it's done,
I'm gonna head
soldier.
out and try to find that.
Okay. You can go to the headman's house and basically you can ask him to send somebody, and he'll send somebody out to try to find the Chinese army.
Okay.
Mostly it's guerrilla action in this area, so it could be several days before anybody comes to help you guys out.
Alright.
He returns after about 20 minutes.
So I'm gonna attempt to buy some sling.
Oh, they got it. They got it rigged up, they think. Oh, his
They're making
arm?
the set, yeah.
Yeah, he can put his arm in a sling. Okay, what do you guys want to do?
So he succeeded in mechanical repair, so we apparently rigged something up to.
There's some kind of sling to hold your 2 rifles.
Yep.
Yeah.
And you also have a sling on your arm now.
Yeah, he's put a sling in your arm so it's not just flopping. It's been hurting a lot. His meniscus, he can't do much. You could get him a crutch or something, that's about it.
Yeah. It could be helpful. You wouldn't have to lean on anything.
Yeah, you can get him a crutch. You can have one of the villagers make a quick crutch for
Get
him.
him a herbal tea.
An
Herbal tea.
Yeah, nice herbal tea. Here, eat this. It's made of tiger.
There's a knock, knock, knock at your door.
Quiet.
It's one of the villagers.
Okay.
Dr. Wolf, we need to speak to you.
Okay.
It's some of the villagers think that the Americans should be housed in Delhi's house. That's a good place for them in case they come back and they can take the Americans instead. Instead of taking the Americans, they take the Americans. This is one of the villagers who's kind of like shifty and,
Yeah.
you know, the taking time is coming, you know. So I think it's a good idea. I think we should do that. Well, I think it's a good idea. And he walks away now. He's pissed off. Dr. Wu's going to try to get familiar with this pile of information I just shoved in his face.
Yeah, no, I would not want to send him to the house with a 15-year-old because the Japs would not be kind of that.
Those are the people that are missing. Those houses are empty.
Oh, really? Oh, yeah, missing villagers included.
Yeah. You want to
Okay.
stick him in one of the houses that was... This guy at least wants to stick him in a house that was attacked already.
Okay.
Yes. And you know that these attacks happen at night. You hear screams, but you've heard them 3 times, screams from other village houses, but you did not go to help because you have a scalp.
Yeah, that's.
I ask about local superstition involving putting rice out or tea kettles in front of doors.
Tea kettles? No, she didn't do that. She just got your tea.
Oh, I thought for some reason I thought
No.
she was putting. That's what the
I guess I
weight
could
was.
check for that.
You what now? What do you
Check for that for the rice.
He's talking about friggin' superstition. Your character's a realist.
Yeah. I don't believe in that crap. So yeah.
Yeah, me neither.
But we don't really, not to put this the wrong way, but we don't really care about your belief so much as we care about what the other people believe.
I don't keep track.
Okay.
That must be a perfectly good explanation.
There's another knock at your door.
Shit.
It's more villagers. The headman is starting to work on accommodations for the Americans, and since you can talk to them, he wants to know if they're willing to be split up amongst several different houses, or if they want to be housed together. Or they can put them in a house. Some of the people can give up their homes for the Americans if they want.
Okay. So, would you guys like to stick together? If
Yes.
each other is willing to. So I will tell the elder. We're gonna go back to them and tell them that they want to stick together. So.
Right, they can house them in the headman's house, probably for now. Some can stay in there's a little tiny jail cell. He's also a little bit comfortable.
Can I ask him to keep an eye out for the guy that came earlier? That was.
Yeah, you know that guy. That guy's kind of a dick. He spends most of his time in the rice wine house that you have in town.
I don't want him to alert anyone.
You're getting a consensus. A few of the villagers think that that's a good idea, but most of them are just like, that's awful. That's an awful idea.
I don't want the Japanese coming here.
Nobody wants the Japanese to come. Not since last time. Last time.
Speak Chinese.
No, he doesn't.
There's
This is
no
all
last
taking.
time
This
for
is
you.
all taking place outside anyway. So they start making arrangements for you guys by this afternoon. You guys can be moved into the headman's house. It's a little bit larger than the other houses, but it's still pretty much. The headman's going to be staying with you actually. He'll be sleeping in the clinic, and you can have your room. And they're going to put you in. It's got a jail cell in the basement because this guy's also like the town constable. And all this is a secure room. But somebody could stay in there, and somebody could stay upstairs. The doctor's all like, "Fie upon your superstitions."
That's exactly what I thought.
Yeah. It must have been an imposter that was impersonating.
You guys have brought rice and some meat and vegetables that are cooked up to eat. Water.
Are any of us superstitious?
If you want to be. I don't think anybody has a cult or anything like that, so probably not particularly superstitious.
My character is analytic at bare minimum, so I'll say he's a little bit.
That's fine.
I'm
You
gonna,
can be.
I'm gonna take some of the rice and try to mimic what Mrs. Han did.
Oh, around like the windows and the door
Yeah.
and stuff. Okay, yeah, you can. Everybody notices
kinda
this.
watch
It's just like
It can't hurt, okay? There's something better to do. Get back to work.
you guys
I
get
think we can
stared.
find some. We might be able to find some tin foil for you.
What's tinfoil?
I don't think that's a thing yet. Tinfoil
Yeah,
hats is a
tinfoil.
thing yet. I don't think.
They were shiny side out. Okay, man, you got a shiny side out.
Some of the villagers come by, some children come by, and they're all like, "Oh," and they like touch your uniforms and stuff, and then they run away laughing and that kind of thing. And, some other villagers come by, and a young girl brings flowers for you. Basically, they seem pretty friendly. They all seem a little nervous.
I would be
if you guys
too.
get
Foreign
caught-
soldiers in their town.
Yeah, if you guys get caught here by the Japanese, the whole town could be burned to the ground. You know, I mean, Japanese are not real happy people. in this
They did
period.
some terrible things.
Yeah.
to the Chinese.
Oh yeah, they did. Well, and yeah, you guys have noticed on the edge of town when you went to Dr. Wu's house the first time. Over here, there's like a ruined temple of some kind.
I was just reading about that.
Okay. And apparently, it's been in ruins for a little while, for at least a few years, because there's plants growing up through it and all that kind of stuff.
I asked for the story of Mrs. Han, but was there more than just she killed herself? Or
Who are you asking, Dr. Wu?
yeah.
You have to go find him.
Yeah, I'm not with you.
Yeah, right now you were kind of getting settled at the headman's house. You know where he
Tinfoil
lives.
hat originated in 1927.
Oh yeah. So
27? Oh, that's right. We're in the 20s. We're in the 40s, not the 20s. Okay.
No, but
yeah, you
is
could make a
tinfoil
joke.
hat a thing? I don't
Yeah.
think that came out until like the 70s.
You say tinfoil itself?
Or tinfoil hat.
Tinfoil hat.
Tinfoil hat, 70s,
Oh, really?
1920s, yeah.
Well,
It
I
probably
guess
was a
that's
UFO
all
thing by then, actually, because there
You happily light up a
radiation.
cigarette.
Could be a radiation thing. I don't want to get my brain fried by the sun. I'll just put an oven on it. You can go look for Dr. Williams. This is a tiny village. The
No, I
village
wouldn't
is just
split up.
tiny. Well, I mean, you're going to be within shouting distance
I
of anybody,
tried to
no matter
talk
where
to
you go in
some
this
of the
village.
girls and wherever they come.
The girl,
Okay.
huh?
Make me, let's do one single Chinese check just to see if you can get a conversation that works.
No,
Okay. You're having trouble.
they laugh at my attempts.
Yes, pretty much. When you start asking about bicycle zebras or whatever, they're probably like, a few people are confused, like, and then they point to your head, and,
middle part of mine.
and then they like pat you on the side and they walk away. You know, that kind of thing.
Bicycle zebra.
Feel free to use my dice.
Poor guy.
That just makes life easier.
What's the matter? What are you doing?
He was asking me to get his dice, but I have my dice right there.
So, yeah, so that's what's going on during the day. If there's anything you guys want to do during the day, you have several hours. You got here in the morning.
I inspect.
Dr. Wu is available. I mean, he's around town, obviously. You can even go visit them in the headman's house if you want.
I would say.
Picture under the media.
I'm listening.
I would say to have one person always at the house watching our stuff, and we can take turns wandering around gathering information.
Yeah,
stuff
if you
like
want to. Yeah, Dr. Wu. Okay, so
Yeah.
here's Dr. Wu right here. This is him. There's Dr. Wu. This is where you guys are at. That's the headman's house. This is some kind of market, and this is where all the tink tink noises. There's the ruined temple. This is like a blacksmith area and like a market area probably. Everything else looks like it's just homes. There is
We have-
one house down here that has a sign over it. And actually, this is a word you would definitely know. It says rice wine over the door. So that's probably like a bar,
Found it.
essentially. So, which one is that? That's going to be...
Sake. Dun dun dun.
Well, sake's more Japanese. Rice wine is more of the Chinese kind of thing.
Okay, it's
I know it's all the same, but they wouldn't call it sake.
Like you'll see a lot of CS pros do that as well.
We call it sake, and they shoot you.
Sake house. Say again?
Plum wine.
It's all this that way too.
What?
No, there's nothing up Chinese side out.
Oh, plum wine, yeah, they probably have
They
it.
don't want people to know.
That's the sake house, or the wine house, the rice wine house.
That's actually my favorite.
Oh, right across from our place.
It is, it's very close. It's a really solid looking building too. It's like your place. A few of the buildings are solid, a lot of them are just thatch. Even the walls on some of these buildings are thatch.
I make sure to strictly forbid anybody from excessive drinking because we are still,
In enemy territory, yeah.
in enemy territory.
Okay. So is there anything anybody wants to do that day specifically?
Besides
I want to go to,
You probably don't want to walk around very much because you'll be limping. They did get you a crutch. Dr. Wu got you a crutch.
I'm gonna take a look in the ruined temple.
Walk
Okay.
around to the village and just greet people.
This is your first time playing Call of Cthulhu.
There were some rumors going around. In
This is your first time playing
Yeah.
Call of Cthulhu.
Yeah, keep in mind about the dark
Yeah,
temple.
yeah,
You don't want to go in
No,
there.
I was just
Okay.
You walk,
just walk
you
around,
walk
you know, make
willingly
sure
into
it's
the hidden temple. Or the
Yeah, you can do that.
Yeah.
The,
because it's like early.
It's been lovely knowing you.
That could not possibly go wrong.
yeah.
I was thinking the same thing.
A few people are like, are the Americans going to stop
might
the,
as well.
the things coming at night? You know, that kind of thing.
I try to find a translator. Somebody who can walk with me and translate.
Two of those are
Nobody?
You keep talking to people in English and they're just smiling at you and they're like, American! You know, that kind of thing.
I go find
Pat you on the shoulder. And
I
they-
go find Dr. Ruth.
They go, oh.
He's staying back at the house, so.
Rumors spreading like wildfire that apparently this guy's a terrible guy, and he just spouts gibberish in Chinese, and they're like, that poor man. So
I ask you for your help translating for a moment.
yeah, you can find him.
little boy that I had an amazing conversation.
And then I want to go to the blacksmith.
Mrs. Hen.
I want to go to the blacksmith
Yeah,
and
there's
ask about
a-
hand-to-hand weapons. We don't have to use our ammunition. in case of a situation.
There's actually quite a few. There's a blacksmith in there. There's a stonemason. Everybody has a
Stonemason too.
Yeah, there's a new. There's
Then I'll,
a new
then I'll wait to,
yeah.
then I'll wait to head to the temple if we're going to get more weapons.
Oh, okay.
I want
Yeah,
that
you can wait.
claymore.
You guys all have hunting knives.
Does he have a claymore?
What? No.
No,
Wait, what kind of? Wait, like a
like a
claymore? No. No.
Scottish.
No, they have.
I've seen that.
He's not in his right mind. This is the difference
There's a stonemason. There's a blacksmith in that central area. There's a place where people
I
can
ask
get food.
about superstition again.
Asking him.
Yeah, I'm asking you to translate. Asking around the town and everything. Like, what's the story of this Mrs. Han character? Why would someone wait on an impersonator? Why should they put rice in the windows? Blah 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 blah. You know.
would impersonate or look like
Ask about. I'm still asking you to ask about like superstition among the villagers or something like that.
Okay.
About the rice thing.
Maybe it's a prank. You know.
Mainly, what the villagers are worried about are these people that keep kidnapping people from the town.
yeah.
There's no bodies ever found. There's
So they
usually
believe it's people
blood.
kidnapping people.
There are screams and then shouts.
Scratch marks, but it could be in there. Probably just
Or the Japanese.
Yeah, they're pretty strange. Who knows? Maybe that's the Japanese scratch the knife.
Well, some of the stories that you haven't heard that are coming around that once you ask come out when Alex is around is that Mrs. Rao Ya, it is said, fought off one of these people that was kidnapping villagers
People. So it's
with
people.
only a broom. That was 3 months ago. The horrible thing smashed through her wall, snatched up a child. Mrs. Rao grabbed up the only thing handy, a broomstick, and swatted it, whereupon it dropped the child. The second swat sent it fleeing into the darkness. Mrs. Rao and her family have since left the village. They left soon after that.
about to say, can
They
we go
moved
ask
away.
them what it
No.
was?
One of the abandoned houses that's around the sides of the village belong to her. You also, some of the people in the village claim that they have seen the people who were taken at night around the village.
it must be a small creature if she hit it and knocked it away.
She hit it.
That's what she said.
And it
She
left.
said she hit it and it left. Yeah.
I don't know if it knocked away.
Well, they're Chinese.
His side.
Did you say size?
Anyway, and you learn one villager was walking back to the village one morning, really in the early morning hours, and two men in rags came at him out of the darkness. They had cowls or rags over their faces, and they jumped on him and they were about to tear him apart, and the last thing he remembered was hearing the cock crow, and then he fainted. But when he woke up, which he was surprised to have woken up, they were gone. Just gone. Oh, and there's a ghost monk. Oh, and don't go to temples.
Yeah, don't
Oh,
go
it's
to
a
the
bit late for
temple.
that.
It's
He's not going to
cursed.
Temple Ages.
It's haunted. No, he heard they were going to get some weapons, and so he didn't go.
Yeah.
It's cursed. It's haunted. Anybody that goes there will be cursed, and people won't want anything to do with you. There's a phantom monk or priest there. Supposedly, he stalks the. Ever since the Japanese killed all the monks there, and he's been seen. He's a ghost. Blah blah, that kind of thing.
We need to get out of here as soon as possible.
We're waiting for the Chinese military.
Yeah, you guys just sort of start walking. It'd be bad. Especially
Are we
if you-
waiting for the Chinese military, or what's the situation?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
he
we're,
said he had.
we're told to stay put.
Yeah, he said someone has been sent to try to find the Chinese military to bring them back to help transport you guys. You've only been here for a couple hours.
Yeah.
It'll probably be towards nightfall before you're done with like chatting with most of the people in town. Who else wants to do anything?
I hit up the Bombardier about them sick rations he's carrying, or not rations.
Oh yeah, you
but-
got all that food. You got canned ham and all kinds
could eat,
of
like,
good stuff.
kings.
Camel soup and all kinds of stuff.
Is there any way to like continue healing my arm so that I can actually use it?
Nope. No, your arm's fucked, dude. It's out for weeks probably before you're gonna be able to actually use it.
Well then,
Same with your leg.
then
That's
can
not
I
gonna get in the.
then can I get something from the blacksmith to at least wear on my arm so that I could like try to defend with it?
You can't lift your arm. How can you defend with it?
No, I think it's like just a piece of metal to strap on.
Just like literally like right here, just to be like, yeah.
Yeah, like
You can. It'll do absolutely no good in terms of combat.
Yeah,
I'll tell you that. It's not like you can use it like
This isn't
this.
D&D.
Yeah. And it'll be even less use versus the bullet.
Good old days of crouching behind the outhouse.
So you go to the blacksmith. You're trying to see if he can rig something. He doesn't have any clue what you're talking about because he doesn't speak English. Ashton, anything you want to do besides smoke cigarettes and?
Is there anything mechanical to repair?
Things to lift, things to repair. No, I'm good.
You gonna walk around town and look?
Am I the only one with the generator?
There's a yeah. You're the only one. And you're only using that
For the medical, yeah.
on
I
your
asked-
clinic if you need light. And that kind of stuff.
I asked.
You do find a generator. Hold on. You find a generator, Ashton, behind the doctor's clinic. It appears to be in good working condition. And there's a lean-to with some.
Yeah, I haven't been reading it.
He only uses it when he has to. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
somebody comes in when
Probably not easy
he has to do surgery on
I'll
somebody
probably
for
be mad if
appendicitis.
he
It's the middle of the night. He can turn a few lights on and that kind of thing. Probably has a little oven or something in there, something to
Do they need
like
any
sterilize
heavy
it.
lifting from the village?
Yeah, I would have asked her if she could
Oh.
help with heavy lifting to help like relations type of thing.
Yeah, if you want to go just help some of the men, there's guys working in the field, there's kids with the cattle, there's some people working at the tannery. You could try to help them, yeah. They seem appreciative and surprised, huh?
Is he injured still?
She didn't take much damage. I think she had shoulder contusion, something like that.
But I got a playing guild on it, so.
Yeah, you're dead.
I'm assuming you're leaving the machine gun in the house.
Yeah.
Colin, what do you want to do?
I guess just to go help out town.
You're trying to help out around town? Okay.
But I haven't helped.
The Chinese seem very happy that you guys are here. Most of them are. Some of them.
You're like,
Okay. Is there anything anybody else? Is there anything anybody else specifically wants to do before nightfall?
Look over their wounds again just to see how they're doing.
Okay, yeah. Concussed
Anything I
slightly.
specifically want to do before night, get back from there.
Anything within the realm of possibility that you're doing?
this is Call of Cthulhu. You never know.
I mean, hey.
I know what you're not
I
capable
could build a teleporter.
Ah, perfect. We found the right
Building a
man.
teleport.
of. So the day passes for the most part uneventfully. You found out some information. You bed down that night on basically on mats. Hard to get comfortable. Hard to get comfortable. Hard to get comfortable. Hard to get comfortable. Hard to get. Everybody's all like still in a lot of pain. So it's like, and you're sleeping on a wooden floor. Those cursed video gamers. Oh,